Hello, hello. Today we are going to be making 5 kitchen decors, ideas, projects, if you will, using your Cricut. Even we're going to etch or burn into wood, right? So we have lots of fun things from stencil to HTV along with adhesive vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and start you guys out first, walking you guys through all of the fun things we're going to be making. But before I do, I want to know where are you guys joining us from? I want to know what projects are you guys working on? And did your kiddos head off to school today? Because I did. My senior, I have one last kiddo heading off for her senior year, and I'm so excited for her. So good luck to all of the kiddos out there. And so once again, as you guys are joining in, let me know where you guys are crafting from, and let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so like I said, I'm going to switch it up today. And the very first thing we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through all of the projects that we're actually making today. And then I'm going to announce the hashtag, as well as start showing you guys some of the designs that we're actually using and where they came from. So I am going to be I'm going to customize a candle today. So I'm going to show you guys that you can actually snag candles like this and you can customize them to have your very own saying, or just have them as decor. Once again, we'll get more into detail here in a bit. So we're going to show you how to apply vinyl to that. I'm going to show you guys how to simply make a wooden sign like this using adhesive vinyl. And I also want to point out that I did use the same color on 3 different projects to show you that using one color like black can get you at many different places, from signs to aprons to tea towels, as you guys can see here. I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply HTV to an apron, as well as a little tea towel here, using the mini Cricut Easy Press. I'm going to go ahead and start this guy up. Now, I have to admit something to you right away. So while I was bringing this over to the live studio, I forgot the base. And I got here and I went to set it on my work surface, and I was thinking, well, how does that, while it's heating up, how does this kind of work here? And I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot the base. But guess what? I have the hat base. So we're going to go ahead and just utilize it, just like so. So if you can't find your bottom base, but you have your hat base, use it, or your bigger one. So we have that. And then I'm going to be taking a wooden, this is like a cutting board, and I'm going to be using torch paste. I've created a stencil, like I said, with my Cricut, and we're going to use this torch paste and burn on there to create something like this. Now, if you guys have not seen this video right here where we created these ornaments, you guys can definitely check it out. We posted this almost 2 weeks ago, I do believe. So we use the torch paste for this as well. And what it does is it gives you this burned effect that you could actually get with like a laser machine. So another really cool, just like those engraved tumblers that we did and stuff, this is just another really cool thing that we can actually do with our Cricut. So for that, I have my cutting board, I have adhesive vinyl, transfer tape. I've got these really awesome squeegees here that have a little bit more flex to them, torch paste, as well as a heat gun. You want one that's around 1,000 watts or so. Like I said, I've got some HTV. So let's go ahead and head on over here. I'm going to show you guys my screen really quick, because the very first thing I want to do, let's start out with that hashtag first. So the very first hashtag for our giveaway is hashtag fall. So if you guys use hashtag fall in the comments down below, you guys are going to have a chance to win $15 in store credit. So you guys can purchase whatever you want. You can purchase it and put it towards a bundle. You can buy individual product, whatever you want to do. Top up, get ready for the dollar event or whatever. You're going to get that store credit, and I'm super excited about it. So $15 store credit, use hashtag fall, and we'll announce that winner here in a little bit towards the end here, whenever we have to kind of silence the screen here. So let's go ahead and head on over here really quick, and I'm going to show you guys, we're actually going to give you guys something free today, if I can speak today. So give me a second to try to pull up, and there we go. Perfect. All right. So as you can see here, this is free, absolutely free. This is a Cricut cut setting. So we have been working very hard. We are creating these printable sheets for you guys, completely free. When you're done, we are hopefully going to be able to help you guys create either, number one, sheets that you can laminate. You can hang these on your wall, put them in your drawer for a very quick grab. So that way you guys can have those quick settings. Once again, there is more to come. We're going to slowly release these, but this is our very first one. It's completely free. I do believe that Dawn has the link for you in the comments below. But like I said, I love the way that it came out. So you guys let us know, are you guys excited? And what do you think about it. But with this, like I said, it's going to help you guys find those perfect cut settings. And once again, so once we're done, I really want to be able to combine these. You can use your cinch machine or even a binder to create a book if you wanted to as well. All right, so there's that. Now jumping on over for our very first project, I'm going to go ahead and do my candle. So what I'm actually using today is the Fall Craft Bundle. It's currently $19.99 and it's a $251 value, and it's got a ton of stuff loaded in here. But for the very first design, I'm using this bundle inside of here, and we're going to use this really cute one here that says there's a good chance this is pumpkin spice. Not only is this perfect for a candle, it could go on mugs. These are good for t-shirts, signs, all sorts of fun things. All right, so let's go ahead and drop our camera down and get ready to put together our first project. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoot some stuff over here. And I may have to restart my little press because I have a feeling it's probably going to go out a couple of times. All right, here we go. As you guys can see here, that QR code on the screen, if you guys scan that with your camera on your phone, that's going to quickly take you guys over to the website so you guys can snag this bundle. All right, now remember these bundles are limited time, so you guys got to kind of snag them quick. All right, so with this project, you can see I've got a couple candles here. I've got a white one and I've got an orange one here. Now, you can see that we got some designs here, right? So I don't know. They've got it, but it's not going to go with my stuff. I really want to add something fun to it and turn it into a piece of decor. Or maybe these are on clearance and maybe they're from Christmas or maybe they're from Easter. You can either, if you can't remove this, because a lot of times you can remove labels where mine's kind of on here, right? I can put it on the back and I can have this piece facing the wall. So I've got a white one here. This would be perfect if you did it with black and then gold. It would be gorgeous. But today I'm going to show you guys on the orange one. So the first thing that you want to do is actually clean your candle just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and get one squeegee here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that next one. Now, I've already combined these, so I actually cut them out, and then I just put them on the same. So once I picked up my very first one, I went back and grabbed the other one and put it on the backing, which you could then turn and sell these if you wanted to. You could create decals to sell in your little store as well. All right, so super duper easy. You're just going to simply go down just like this. And then you're going, I like to usually go in the center and then roll from one side to the next. There you go. Perfect. And then you can just simply take your fingers to really rub that in, or then take that squeegee here. And let's go ahead and do the reveal here. I am so excited about this. Make sure if you guys are just now joining, you guys are using that hashtag fall for a chance to win. I think I still had some candle wax because I have to be honest, this thing got a little bit hot in my truck the other day. So the wax, kind of melted a bit. So I'm just going to slow down. And I actually cleaned it with rubbing alcohol, but I guess I did not do a very good job, but I think we're getting it. Now I wanted to show you guys as well. Let me go back for this one. The gold I'm using here is actually like a gold. It's called luster. Look at this. Let me go ahead and peel this back really quick so I can show y'all. Look at how gorgeous that is. So this is using like that adhesive vinyl that is more, it's got that, what do you call it? Like an iridescent to it, or it's not holographic. It's just really pretty. It's like a gold shine. So there's a good chance this is pumpkin spice. I think this is so much cuter, right? So you have this, or you have this. I love it. So cute. You could put this on a shelf and then you can put that lid back on top just like this. You could gift it to somebody, put it in a gift basket, put it on a shelf with some books or a plant next to it. But I really love the way that this one came out. So cute. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so I'm going to make sure this guy's awake. Now I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and bump this guy up to, I'm going to put it on number 3 just to be safe. So I am using this because I never show y'all with this little mini one. So I want to make sure and show you guys that you can use the little mini easy press to accomplish these little iron-on projects. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and take these are called flour sack towels. So you guys can purchase these in bundles. I do believe I've linked some down below to Amazon, but you could go to Walmart and get these in bundles of, I think, like 4 or 10. There's a couple different ones you can get, and they have them actually folded a little bit smaller. I unfold mine to make them a little bit more chunky. And then once you do that, you want to go ahead. I'm going to unfold this a little bit just to kind of get us a little bit of a smoother surface. We want to do just like we normally would. and start to remove any of those wrinkles. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now, just kind of smoothing out our surface just like so. All right, there we have it. All right, so once we have that nice and smooth out, not only is this going to smooth everything, it's also going to remove any sort of moisture as well. There we go. And then the next thing is this carrier. This is a big question I see all of the time. Do I need to put a piece of parchment paper on top of this? You do not. So this is actually a carrier sheet. As long as everything is covered, you don't need anything else. This is a carrier sheet on top. So now what I'm going to do is you just want to stay in a circular motion and keep constant moving. So you want to move, move, move. This is going to help avoid those creases and those pressure marks. So if you just constantly keep that heat going, number one, it's also going to help too. I always say like number one, number two, it's also going to help distribute that heat even. So that way you're kind of getting the project done at one time as well. But it's really going to help avoid those press marks as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over this whole thing. And you could set a timer if you wanted to for a good 30 seconds to a minute. So you really need to cover the entire thing. So with a smaller one like this, remember your time is going to usually double because you got to go over the entire thing a little bit slower than you would a bigger press that's going to cover more area at one time. So we're just going to go ahead and slowly go over all of these pieces here. Now you guys let me know in the comments below who is ready for fall. Are you guys working on these fun fall projects? I really love this. My two favorite bundles right now is the fall bundle and the Halloween bundle. I'm telling you guys, they knocked it out of the park this time. I really, really, really love all of these designs. You guys cannot miss them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to try and peel this. So I'm going to go ahead and do this really quick and give it just a second. I think I want to say for this one that I had actually used the Cricut iron on. And one thing I have learned with the Cricut one is you need to let it cool down just a bit before you peel. Where Caesar Easy Weed is going to let you pull really fast, warm and hot. The Cricut one, you're going to want to slow it down just a little bit, let it start to cool down. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt. So it looks like, right, so I'm going to slow down, just making sure here. All right, so before I give up on it, so you can see where it's starting to come up with me, I really think that honestly, I can still pull out some of this heat and it's going to be good to go. Sometimes we think we just need to continue to add heat. We really don't. We just need to let it cool down just a little bit more. So give me 2 seconds to grab, let's see. So this little heat eraser. So if you guys did not see this one, I believe in last week, this is just a heat eraser. Honestly, if you've got a dry eraser, you're good to go. This one is from Stahl's, but it's just going to help you. You could use a stone. You could use something like you get from Lowe's, like the little tiles, something like that. You could flip it over on your granite countertop. All right, I'm going to try to see if we can get it now. I'm going to slow it down. I know I don't need any more heat. I honestly just need to be patient with it. And what I may even do, I think we're going now. See how it's just cooling it down, honestly. And you may notice that I'm going to do this, right? Let's see if I can get it over here. And what I'll do is I may go back over it one more time. This is why, honestly, I don't use the Cricut iron-on compared to the Caesar Easy Weed. So I'm going to go ahead and do this really quick. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to try to get a little bit more of this heat rubbed out here. And then I may go ahead and move on. Now the next one is Caesar. So honestly, it's going to be a lot quicker. Here we go. Let's try it again. All right. But lessons are always to be learned here because hopefully you guys are going to see that you don't really need to add more heat right away. And then I'm going to show you guys how to smooth this down in just a second. See, I don't know why. Okay, hold on 1 second. Here we go. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and go around this way. Here we go. And then we're going to try to work our way back. Here we go. Perfect. So you can see that it came off just a little bit more finicky. So this is one of those things where, like I said, when it comes to the Cricut iron-on, don't rush it. Definitely let it slow down. Slow down, cool down. All right, so I'm going to go over this one more time just to lock everything in. I've just put a piece of parchment on top because when you're also working with a flour sack towel, the fabric is really, really thin. So I'm just going to make sure that everything settles down in there. All right. Here we go. Now, obviously, this towel needs a whole lot more ironing, as you can see, but look at how gorgeous this is. Have you guys ever walked into like a boutique or like those little, what do you guys call those? Like those little, I always call them a junk store. You usually see the little tea towels like this, and that's how they're made. They just unfold them a little bit bigger, make your design a little bit more bulky and chunky. All right, so there is project number 2. Moving on to project number 3, we're going to do an apron here. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and show you the designs that I've used. It came out of the exact same bundle, so it's from the fall bundle, obviously, but it's the same bundle inside. So give me just a second. Let's go ahead. I'm going to switch you guys back up here. Let me pull back open my screen really fast, and I'm going to switch y'all. So where I got these from, inside of that fall bundle, there's this one right here called 24 Fall Pot Holder Cut Files. So this one, the reason why I want you guys to think outside of the box, sometimes you see designs like this and you only think pot holder because it says pot holder. These are perfect for a pot holder, but you can also use them for other things. So as you guys can see, I'm going to be using Gobble Till You Wobble on this apron here. And then I also used, let's see, I'm trying to think, where did it go? Oh yeah, the Talk Turkey to Me. So I used that Talk Turkey to Me on that tea towel. And the only thing I got rid of was those little dots. So if you like the dots, leave the dots. If you want to get rid of them, you can get rid of them. So I wanted to show you, you can personalize these and you can make them your own. So feel free to do that as well. But like I said, I pulled both of these designs out of this one right here. All right, so let's go ahead and drop our screen back down so that way we can go ahead and finish out this project. All right, so let's go ahead and see here. Let's see, and this is project number 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. What did I do with this? Okay, I'm like, where did I do it? Here we go. So what we're gonna do, number 1, we wanna go ahead and pull out that moisture. These are canvas aprons. Now, I said fall on our thumbnail. You may have noticed it says kitchen decor, fall kitchen decor, because what I recommend with this, hang yourself one of those command hooks on the back side of, maybe if you guys have a door that's in your kitchen, like we have one, a pantry door is what we call it. Hang one of those hooks that is easily removable, and then hang this on the back side of it. So that way it has the sign displaying, if you will. If not, you can definitely utilize it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just smooth this out. Number 1, removing all of that moisture. Number 2, we're just kind of smoothing that out. All right, so here we go. We are ready. So we're going to go ahead and take our design here to kind of figure out about where we want this to go. I think this looks good. I did my design about 8 inches wide, so you could play around with it, figure out what works best for you. And these would be so cute too. So I found this 3-pack from Walmart. Now I did link y'all down below to Amazon, but I did find these from Walmart in a 3-pack, and they would be perfect too to make for the kiddos and all that stuff if you're going to be making some fun projects with the kids in the kitchen. All right, so same thing, we're going to go ahead and go over it. Now this is Caesar Easy Weed, like I said, so we definitely should not have any problem, and y'all are going to see the difference. So we're going to go ahead and go over this. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and keep myself moving, just like so. Now you guys let me know as well, have you guys made very many projects with the little mini Cricut Easy Press? I know we get questions all the time, and I was thinking, I don't use this guy enough. I really need to grab it out. So if you guys don't have the money to really splurge into the bigger ones and you want to create projects like this, you can see how big this is, and I'm still pulling it off. And a lot of times you can find these on sale for around $40, I believe. So, all right, so I think we're pretty much ready. We're going to go ahead and check it. I can already tell that pieces are pulling up. Now look at the difference between this. Is that not crazy? You did not see me struggle with that. There you have it. All right, so I really, really love this one as well. I'm going to bring you guys up here really quick so y'all can see. But look at this. So stinking cute. Get it up here so you guys can kind of get an idea there. So not only could you wear this, but you can definitely get, like I said, get yourself a command hook and hang it on your pantry door or even on your wall. That way it's just an extra piece there. And then like with my tea towel, I like to hang these on my stove. You guys let me know, what do you guys do with these? Do you hang them on your stove, your dishwasher, maybe your fridge handles? Let me know where you guys hang these in your kitchen. But there you go. So we've got 3 projects so far. So let's go ahead and move on to project number 4. All right, so project number 4, we're going to be using adhesive vinyl again. And so This one, we're going to create a very easy sign. I wanted this video here to be very beginner friendly. So I didn't want to do anything too intricate, anything too crazy. That way everybody could make these, whether you guys are just now starting out or whether you guys are a pro. So once again, you see I'm using that color black and everything just looks phenomenal. You don't have to use a ton of colors. So when you're a beginner, grab your basics, grab some white, grab some black, and 1 or 2 colors before you completely commit to all of these other things. Play around with some things and then go grab some more colors. All right, so I've already got this cut out here. Now, let me show you the design really quickly and which bundle I grabbed this one out of. So I'm going to switch you guys back up here again. And that way I can show you guys where I got this design. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and pull up in my screen one more time. Here we go. So this one is inside, once again, fall bundle, but this is the fall Subway art bundle. So these are perfect tea towels, all of those things again. But you notice that this is a longer design. I'm going to zoom you guys in here a little bit. So I'm using this design right here, and it's actually longer. So you could get those signs and have it longer. But I had this sign available, and I thought, what could I do? All you have to do is hit the unlock button in Cricut Design Space when you go to change your size and then change it. So say, for example, this one here, I did 9 1/4. So it's 9 1/4, 9 1/4. So it made it square. So as long as you don't distort your design, you're good to go. So that's all I did to come up with this. All right, so let's go ahead and drop it back down and make our project. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys back down. So I've got my canvas here. Now, tip. I did link you guys once again to some canvases, but these canvases, I actually grabbed them from Hobby Lobby from the art section. There's craft section, there's art. So where you would paint with your canvases, there's wooden canvases, and they're usually always 50% off. So for example, this guy right here, I don't see it, but it's usually around $2.50 to $5. So I just helped save y'all some money today. I'm telling you what. All right, so here we go. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out. Now, saving that money is going to help you guys snag this bundle today, right? That's what we love to do for y'all. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get me a piece of parchment, and I'm going to grab this out here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get me a piece about like this, and then drop it down. And then we're going to go ahead and get our scissors here. All right, and we're going to go ahead and cut it. Now, after this project, this one's going to go pretty quickly. And while we start to work on the other one, we're going to do the giveaway. So make sure you guys are putting in those final hashtag fall for that chance to win the $15 store credit. And you can do whatever you want to do with it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off that excess. So very important to trim off the excess because we don't want to interfere with our sides, which you guys will see me talk about here in a minute. All right, so we're going to get this out of the way here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that squeegee. And we're just going to rub, rub, rub so we can pick this up. Once again, this is so beginner friendly that you guys can definitely create these things. And all it is you need to bring these in, and you're just going to bring them in, resize them out, and cut them out. So super duper easy. All right, so here we go. So we're going to flip this guy over. And we're going to peel it. And I'm using StarCraft Permanent. Now, whenever you guys are making signs for the inside, you can use removable, but I just use permanent for everything, honestly. That way I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to take the guesswork out of it. And then my next tip is when you're making these signs, make sure, double check your hanger is at the very top. Then my next tip is when you're working with signs, use matte. Don't do the glossy, do matte because it looks like paint. So whenever you make these signs, it looks like you hand painted it. So now what I'm going to do, you can do a parchment paper hack, but honestly, it's so easy. Just fold it down like a taco. So I'm going to go ahead and come down here like a taco, just kind of eyeballing everything. I'm going to come down just like so. And then we're just going to go ahead and smooth everything out. If you get nervous, definitely cut down a piece of parchment paper, put it underneath, and that way you can get that perfect placement. So those things just kind of come with time. Until you're comfortable, definitely use that parchment paper hack. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just rub, rub, rub. And then we're going to go ahead and get us an angle here. And I'm telling you guys, I'm pretty sure this sign, it may have been $5, but I've turned a $5 sign that I could sell for $20, $25. I mean, how stinking cute is this? It's gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and pop you guys back up there so you can see. So we've got project number 4 here. So here's another little decor piece. What I think is so cute too in the kitchen, I'm going to show y'all. I get little pieces like this. So that way you guys can just kind of pile these on the counter and maybe even take, like if you have some olive oil or something like that and put it on. So I put this up against my backsplash. I'll have this and maybe like a little thing of olive oil or my cookbook. And it's super, super cute. So now let's go ahead and get ready for the one I'm so, so excited about. So for this one, we are going to basically do a wood burn. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and scoop this stuff out of the way. And before I do, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the bundle. I think I'm going to have to pull it back open and find this. So let's go ahead and go back over to our bundle really quick. And that way I can pull open. So I'm going to slow down so I can find this little guy. As you guys can see, there's so much to choose from here. It is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly go through here and try to remember, because I totally forgot to pull open this one here. The reason why this is kind of like a mandala, if you will. And so it was so much fun to weed out. It came out of this bundle here. So this one is the fall SVG bundle, pumpkin SVG fall. So you guys can see this here. It was this mandala here. Now, what I did, and I forgot to bring it with me, when I weeded out what you normally would keep, I put it on a piece of parchment paper and I'm storing it for later because I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. Then I'm going to bleach that t-shirt and peel that stencil and I'm going to have a whole nother project. So there's another tip for me today, but this is the one that we are using today. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and bring us back up here and let's go ahead and let me get everything out of our way. And that way we will be completely ready to go. All right, make sure I'm not going to cause this to fall down. Last thing we need is a fire, right, guys? All right, I'm going to go ahead and make sure. Well, I'm going to need this possibly. So I'm going to get this out of our way here. All right. And so I'm going to get this down. And then while I'm going to go over what I'm working on here. And then whenever it comes to me wood burning here, I'm going to mute it. And then I think we've got some music that's possibly going to play. And then at that point, we're going to do the giveaway. And if we need more time, we've got a couple fun this or that game going on. All right. All right. So here we go. So I've cut out my stencil. So the things you're going to need, I've cut out my stencil. I'm going to use some transfer tape to grab this and put it on here. This is so stinking cool. You can use all kinds of different cutting boards, but I found this one at TJ Maxx. I think it was $14.99, but there's all kinds. You know, you can do a rectangle, you can do a circle, but I just thought it would be perfect. And we're going to try it. I don't know with the coating on here if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it. All right. So let's go ahead and get that transfer tape going on here. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get this transfer tape down. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys down. That way y'all can see all the details happening here. And then we're going to go ahead and start to cut this really quick. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just go over this entire thing. So that way we can transfer this guy over. And once again, I'm using torch paste. So if you guys have not, there's a torch pen, I do believe, where you can use the torch pen. But I really love this torch paste. I do believe I've linked these squeegees down below for y'all. If I haven't, I'll definitely do it afterwards because it came with a ton of these, guys. And this on Amazon for maybe 10 bucks. It wasn't bad. And I even used them in a screen printing video. I think you guys seen that Halloween one. All right, here we go. So now we're going to flip it over. And possibly get it going here. Give me just a second. Love the pattern. Thank you so much. Now, the leopard print and all of those things too, I think even just putting the design on a sign is so cute too. All right. So we're going to go ahead and carefully. And you know what's really cool about the stencil too, is it was so easy to weed because everything was just pretty much one piece. It was just one piece I had to remove. It was really, really cool. So it's such an easy project. All right. So here we go again. You could definitely use a parchment paper hack here, but I'm going to attempt, you see that? It's like, you got to be quicker than that. All right, so here we go. I think I'm trying to use my camera to kind of eyeball this. I'm going to go something about like that. I think it looks good. Y'all guys think? I think it looks all right. All right, so here we go. So now we're going to take that squeegee and make sure we really, really rub this down. So we're going to go ahead and really get this guy rubbed in here. All right. So hopefully you guys can see everything happening here. Now the fun part is after we do the paste is going to be removing all of these little pieces here. All right, here we go. Here we have it. All right, so let me go ahead and get a corner going on here. Now, I don't know if I have my painter's tape here or not, or if I removed it with me, but really, you're going to want some painter's tape to go around. I'm not going to have it today because I don't think I have it. I'm going to double check. But really, you'd want to go around these edges with painter tape if you got really close like I did. I'm going to try to get a corner here and just keep it rolling. All right. But I think this project is going to be so cool, and I really hope it's going to work. So you guys let me know as well. Do you guys think it's going to work? Yes or no? All right. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have my painter's tape. I don't have painter's tape, but we have the purple tape. So that is A-okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take some painter's tape, the purple tape, and I'm just going to go over these edges here. All right. Go ahead. And really, I don't have to get too crazy, just around the area where I don't want nothing to go over. So something like right up here. I want to be careful as well. I think everything else seems pretty good. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take some of that torch paste, and a little goes a long way, honestly. And we're going to go ahead and get in here. You just want to figure out which one you're going to use. Get some of that torch paste, and we're just going to go over the entire thing. So you want to make sure you coat everything. So you're just going to, just like if you were screen printing in a sense, we're just going over everything. Just like this. So we're going to just keep on trucking until the whole thing is covered. And like I said, once I get to the point, we'll go ahead to where we're going to burn. We'll go ahead and get ready for that giveaway. So just stay tuned. Here we go. Yeah, this is our big finale today. I am super pumped about it. I want to know, raise the hands, how many of you guys are going to try this? Now, I think this burn paste was around $20 or so. I also have the burn pen, and I will tell you the burn paste is awesome because you can spread it like this, where the pen, you would have to go over everything very intricate and slow for a very long time. So the paste is just going to spread so much quicker. And you know what? I almost got pretty close. So I'm like, careful, buddy. Almost got down there where I didn't want it to be. Okay, so I'm just making sure, double checking everything. I'm going to go over everything just kind of one more time here, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And once you do this, then you're going to let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. And then you're going to remove everything. And then we're going to heat it with a heat gun. Once again, you want your heat gun to be around 1,000 watts. Now, here's another little thing. There has been people that do this with a heat press. So what they do is they go over it like this. Then they'll cover it with a parchment, like remove all of this, obviously, and then cover it with a parchment and then heat press it for a few minutes. I did that with the ornaments, and it did like this blowout and gave it like a, I don't know how to explain it, but almost like a smoked out effect instead of like perfect crisp lines. So I really did like it better with the heat gun, but you can definitely feel free to try out whatever you think works best. So you could accomplish this a little bit quicker than with the heat gun, as it will take a second for that heat gun to obviously heat everything up. All right, here we go. I think that's good enough. I'm going to let this set for just a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and just get everything ready so we can remove all of this stuff. All right, as you guys can see there, that the QR code, it just makes it so much easier for you guys to scan that with your phones, and it'll take you straight to the design. All right, so here we go. Now, once again, raise the hands. Who all has already started crafting with this bundle? Who all's got it in their cart? I want to know all of the details. I love it. Like I said, this fall one and the Halloween, if you guys have not snagged that Halloween bundle as well, you guys are missing out. Y'all better get on that train before it's too late. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this tape out of our way. And then I'm fixing to get ready. So I'm just trying to let it set for just a bit before I really start peeling everything. So it's kind of drying down in there just a little bit. I'll actually pop you guys back up for just a second so you guys can see this is what it's looking like. just like this. I'm just super duper excited about it. This is perfect for somebody that does not have a Glowforge or a laser cutting machine, but you do have a Cricut and you really want to do some more of those fun projects. Now, if you guys have not seen where we etched on tumblers, you guys definitely have to check out that video as well, because it's just a whole nother thing that you guys can definitely do with your Cricuts this holiday season. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys back down and get ready to remove this stuff. Now, like I said, this will take me just a second. So what we're going to do is go through and remove all of this. And this is the biggest design that I've ever done with the burn paste. So we are definitely going to be learning some stuff together. And I think what I'm going to do is get me a piece of parchment over here. That way I have something to grab this. So I'm not getting this burn paste all over my work surface, because some of it obviously is still on here. And then I'm going to use, I had it somewhere. Well, I did for 2 seconds. I had, oh, here they are. Sneaky. Now, this would be really pretty too. So if you guys don't have burn paste and you guys wanted to just put adhesive vinyl on here, you guys could definitely do that as well. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take my weeding tool here and start to peel all of these off. I was thinking, honestly, and that's where I said I'm really hoping this is not going to take too long, is I was really hoping that I could honestly take like my squeegee. I was hoping I had like the Cricut one that had a little bit more of a sharp point. And that may be something that you could actually do too, is just use your squeegee to really kind of lift these up as well a little bit faster. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go through this. Now, while I'm peeling this off, do we have any questions that I could go ahead and answer right now? We can go ahead and do that while we are waiting. And I'm going to just try to, well, I don't want to try to mess it up. Let's see here. I'm loving the gold. Is the Starcraft or Caesar? So this one actually here is Starcraft. So when it comes to adhesive vinyl right now, currently my favorite is Starcraft. All right, let's see here. What else do I have? I have flour sacks, but how do they hold up in the wash? They actually hold up very well. I've been using them for quite some time, and I absolutely love them. For sure, for sure. Now, one thing to keep in mind with flour sack towels, they are like 100% cotton. So I highly do recommend, I'm going to try to see if I can find a little bit of an easier way. So y'all hold it for just a second. I do highly recommend that you guys wash them first. It's really a good idea to pre-wash them first. All right. You ever think that something is a good idea to do live, and then you're like, you know, I don't know about this, because this is a lot to scrape off. So now I'm second guessing myself, guys. You guys let me know. Are you guys supporting me? I'm trying to figure out, what do y'all have? Y'all drop down below. Let me know. What do you think I could do to quickly remove this stuff a little bit faster? I almost thought about putting the heat gun on it just to see if it would remove it a little bit better too, but I don't know. And then also, I almost thought about trying to do some test runs on some pieces just to see. Let's see here. Can you use a regular iron? You definitely can. So that's another little tip there, is if you want to just use a regular iron, home iron, you can definitely do that as well. All right, here we go. Let's see. A good scraper. Yes, a good scraper. See, I wish I had one, because I have these squeegees, but they don't have that sharp point, where the Cricut one actually has that sharp point. I think almost like I've got a little bit of a system here now. So if I go a little bit quicker like this, I might be able to accomplish this. Let's see, could you use the heat gun first? I almost thought about it because they say you can't, but honestly, we could find out. You guys just want to find out? Let's just find out together. Let's just find out together, because it's not going to hurt anything. All I have to do is just remove the stuff later. So you really want to actually remove all of this right away. So actually, what I'm going to try to heat first is the pieces I took off, and then I'll try to kind of play around with these. So here we go. So let's go ahead and mute the mics. While we mute the mics, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and draw that giveaway as well. I think my sound is back really quick. One thing I want to stop and point out, I'm going to attempt this really quick so that way you guys can see what's happening. Okay, I'm learning. Lessons are to be learned. So where I did this one, and I'm telling you, it came out absolutely gorgeous. So this is straight on wood that doesn't have a coating on it. So like this right here has some sort of clear coating on it. So what you're actually gonna want to do. So when you purchase these from say TJ Maxx, Walmart, wherever you're gonna purchase these from, even Amazon, make sure that you sand it down first to remove any sort of coating, any sort of like I said, that because sometimes there's like a clear coat or whatever it may be. So do a quick sand over this first and then do it because you can see that it's burning that first and then doing it. Now, I will say really quick, and I'm going to show y'all just really fast on a little bit of this, that in order to remove this quicker, so especially if it's something you want to redo a project, you can actually heat that with the gun, and you see where I went over it with a squeegee, and it did help take that off pretty quick. But this is what I'm getting here is like this, and I'm not happy with that. So this is my idea. I think what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to leave this one here because honestly, it's going to end up being unsuccessful. So lessons are to be learned every single day, correct? So what I need to do is completely sand this down. So you guys stay tuned, and we're going to come back with another video, and we're going to attempt it again. But this time I'm going to have this whole thing sanded down, and we're going to try it for a second time. So y'all guys definitely make sure you stay tuned for that. But let me go ahead and drop it down for just 2 more seconds. So let's go ahead and put that sound back on. And I just want to show y'all really quick with that squeegee, and we're going to wrap it up. Make sure. I think you guys can hear me. Okay, I think you guys can hear me now. All right, so you guys could see how easy I could scrape that. Now, before I go any further, the next hashtag is hashtag decor. So if you guys want a chance to win the bundle that I'm using today, the entire thing, use hashtag decor for a chance to win. We're about to do that giveaway. So I'm fixing to go ahead and jump into Q&A, and then we'll get ready for that. So let's go ahead and get ready for Q&A. All right, so as you guys could see a second ago, I wanted to show you. So if you guys are ever working on a wood project and you guys want to remove, so what I love to do, and I've done it back at the house, is say, for example, I'm done with this, we're past fall, and now I'm at Christmas, and I want to reuse the same canvas. All you have to do is take that heat gun, heat this up, and you can do the same thing and remove it with a squeegee or a weeding tool or whatever. So you can definitely remove that really hard to stick. So we did learn a little tip, but once again, stay tuned because we will be back for this. All right, so let's go ahead and see what questions you guys have, and make sure you guys are using that hashtag decor. All right, do you know if you can convert an SVG or a PNG to a PSF format for embroidery? Now, I am not 100% sure on that. I want to say there is a way, so definitely stay tuned. I do have possibly some embroidery stuff coming very soon, so definitely stay tuned. But we can go ahead and leave and put a pin in that. I'm going to try to ask a few folks or do my own little research, and I'll be back on that one. All right, let's see. So I'm still deciding on what Cricut machine to go with. This is my first time purchasing one and not sure. Now, this is what I always say. I always highly recommend to just go with the Explorer machine over the Maker, unless you're somebody that's going to be making fabric and all those things. I honestly think the biggest thing our heart always wants to tell us to do is jump for the one that's the most expensive because that's the one that's going to be the best. And that's not always the case. Your Explorer is going to do everything above and beyond. Honestly, some things even the Maker can do. I highly recommend to go straight for that Explorer. All right, let's see here. Any tips for putting my nephew's name on 100% polyester art smocks? 100% polyester, I would 100%. Well, it depends on, because you don't have sublimation, right? What about infusible ink? So you could definitely do infusible ink on that, or even using a stretchy. So I do believe we have something coming very soon. So I can't tell you guys, but there is going to be another sheet, if you will, that's going to give you guys some information on polyester. But you just want to really lower those temps, and definitely put yourself a parchment in between that polyester to protect it from that iron. Just really lower down the temp and take your time on it. But I would do like even a stretch one. So like a Caesar stretch would be really good. But honestly, like if you're doing a Cricut, you could do infusible ink. All right, let's see. What transfer tape are you using? So this one right here is from 143, and I believe they call it Magic Mask. I do believe we have this one linked down below for you guys as well. Let's see here. Do I need to have a Cricut first to purchase a bundle? You definitely do not. And the really amazing thing is, say, for example, you're thinking about getting a Cricut, you haven't decided yet, or what you're wanting to get into, whether it's sublimation or whatever. You can start purchasing your bundles now, purchasing your files, and storing them, because they're always going to be there. They're not going to go anywhere. You can download them over and over and over again as many times as you want to, whether you change computers or whatever. So definitely feel free to purchase them and download them whenever you'd like. Let's see here. Okay, like, could you mention again what that canvas sign is that you're using? So yes, okay, so if you go to, say, for example, the craft store, and you go to where you would paint canvases, the ones that are made with canvas, if you will, the real canvases that are wrapped, these are in the same spot. Even I have found them at like Walmart and things like that. So this one here, I believe, is like a 10 by 10, but they have them where the tall signs that you could put outside. So they're slender and tall. They have big round ones. Like I said, they're always 50% off. So if you guys have a Hobby Lobby close, I do believe Michael's has some as well, but definitely go to, sometimes even when it comes to paintbrushes, may be more expensive than the craft section, go to the art section, vice versa. Those supplies are always cheaper in one area or the next. So always check the other when it comes to hot glue guns, scissors, whatever. They may be over here, but they're also over there cheaper. So definitely check that out. All right, let's see here. What is the name of those papers she used to make that? Let me see. If you're talking about the papers, if you're talking about the parchment paper, or if you're talking about adhesive vinyl. So I definitely used adhesive vinyl, and then I used HTV today as well. Let's see. Can you etch glass? Yes. So that's another cool thing. So you can etch glass as well. So you're going to create a stencil in the same type of way. And there is this stuff called etching cream, and that's going to allow you to etch that glass as well. So, so cool. Let's see here. What are you using to apply the torch paste? So to apply the torch paste, I'm using these squeegees. I do believe we linked them below. If we didn't, I'll do it as soon as we're done, I promise. But there's should be two squeegees. You'll have one like this and then these. It comes with like 20 of these things, and they're just very soft, flexible squeegees that are perfect for these kinds of projects. Let's see, what else do we have? Do we have any more questions here? Do you have to wait for the paste to dry before burning? Around 2 to 3 minutes is what they recommend, and then get it in there. But like I said, I have learned today, and I really had a gut feeling, and I almost felt like I already knew that, was this does have a coating. And I wish I had thought about it beforehand, because I definitely would have sanded so you guys could see, because it's going to come out gorgeous. I just know it. All right, let's see here. Will the board be food safe if you put paste on it? Yeah, so what I would do if you were going to keep this food safe, once I was done, I would find a food safe like epoxy or something like that to completely coat this as well. Let's see here. Has anyone seen New Vital spreader with the tiny rollers? I have not. Somebody is going to have to tell me about that one. So cool. All right. Can you suggest anything else besides the squeegee to apply the burn paste? You know what? This little guy right here. So if you have a squeegee like this, you have a paintbrush, you have a foam brush, the list goes on. Honestly, if you had a pair of gloves and you had to just kind of do this, you definitely could. You could even put it on a little paper towel and pull it across as well. So really, honestly, the possibility is endless. And you know, the really thing too, like this is silicone. So if you can't get your hands on something like this today, go to your local Walmart, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and grab a spatula. You know, the ones that have the edge? This is basically like that, like the spatulas you would get into the cake pan and really dig. So you could definitely use that as well for a buck. Let's see here. How many projects the size do you estimate that jar of, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and drop it down here just so you can kind of see here. So this jar here is, I was trying to see how many ounces, 3 ounces. And I'm going to show you the inside really quick. So I've already done several and you can kind of see where I've dipped in here, but gosh, I mean, I could honestly, especially with like signs and all this, I want to say maybe 50 or more, like a lot, really honestly. Let's see here. What else do we have? What is the best heat press machine that will not break the bank? So for my beginner friendly one, I always recommend the Stahl A to Z. I believe it's around $700. Yes, it's $700, but it's going to last you forever. And you're not gearing up to the, thousands of dollars and all those kind of things. I do believe not Craft Express, but you have, because I'm talking about those little small ones, but like the bigger ones, we have Heat Press Nation, their craft one as well. That's one that has the pull open. I want to say those run for a couple $100. I do recommend that one as well. It's called the Craft Press from Heat Press Nation. And then I was trying to think of another one, but other than that, like the Cricut Easy Presses and things like that. Let's see. Have you ever done wall art? Is there a certain way to treat your walls so they're actually stick? So I have done some, and if you have any sort of texture, it really is super duper hard. So really I have found that you want a really flat wall. Now for me personally, I'm not too big of a fan to stick them on there. I've not had a lot of success. I've even had it come down to where I'm peeling too deep into the, what do you call that, sheetrock? And so there is ways to do it, but I'm not too sure. I definitely know you would want some sort of slicker surface and not real bumpy at all. Let's see here. Have you ever sublimated on a canvas like for painting on? I want to say that I've done it once before, but it's been quite some time. But if that's something you guys want to see, we can definitely pull it off. All right, so I believe that was the very last one. So let's go ahead and get ready for the giveaway. All right, thank you guys so much for watching today. We're going to go ahead and draw a winner of the lucky bundle here today. So this is an amazing fall bundle, so good luck, good luck. Let's go ahead and get this pulled open here really quick. Give me just a second. All right, so thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and hit that draw button. Here we go. So good luck to everybody. Dun, 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 dun. I'm so excited. This is my favorite part. I love giving away stuff, and I'm so excited that Design Bundles allows us to do it. Congratulations, Teresa Goodwin. You are the lucky winner of this fall bundle. All you have to do is reach out to mel@designbundles.net. Let them know that you are the lucky winner of the fall bundle, and they will add it to your account so you can start crafting today. So once again, congratulations to Teresa. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm going to do a real quick recap, and then we're going to wrap it up. So we've got our fall sign here, so easy, very beginner friendly. And then we have our tea towel here, so stinking cute. Once again, I just removed the little polka dots. If you love them, leave them. And then I feel like that rhymes. And then we have our really fun apron here. You could get really creative too, because if you go locally, like I say I went to TJ Maxx and I found a really fun pattern like a plaid, you could put it on there as well. But just something as simple like this is gorgeous. And if you're selling these, you can sell these for some cash too. So such a good product to add into the shop. And then that last one is the candle. I love it. It's my favorite. I love pumpkin spice everything. So honestly, even if this was apple, I would lie and say it was pumpkin spice. It is so stinking cute. I'm sorry that this one was not a success, but once again, come back because we're going to make it happen. So once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.